Hello everybody, how are you all? So I just stopped down in the drive which I was taking in the middle of a forest, and it's so beautiful, so refreshing, filled with greenery, filled with a refreshing sense of joy, and the cool breeze just connects me so deeply to myself. It's such a refreshing experience. And I want to share my thoughts on why we need this kind of foolish movement we call as saving the planet, which doesn't make any sense. Because if you don't mess the nature is great, the nature is vibrant. Is the human beings are messing up the nature and they're telling they will save the planet. You can't save the planet. You're afraid of saving yourself, the human beings. If you don't mess the planet is great. The vibrancy is great. The atmosphere is great. So today in the World Economic Forum also it's about climate change. Very big news. You got to be really honest with yourself. Okay? Be very honest with yourself. If you don't mess the nature is vibrant. I can literally feel, the oxygen. I can smell the trees. Whenever I come here, when I go to the city, the damn junky, polluted air which I'm breathing is not good for my lungs. Then why we are not getting into methods which are very healthy modes of travel? I really don't understand this. Oh, do you suggest let's go back to the age of bullock carts? If you know the people in the scientific community, you know very well. Are you not exploring the possibility of using the solar energy? See, right now we all have vehicles, we all have cars. It's right now being driven by petrol, diesel. What is that alteration that you can do in the existing cars where we can use the solar energy and drive? How to make it more economical, how to make it more vibrant, how to make it more, you know, positive for people, how to have a certain kind of a measurement as to what number of vehicles should be on the roads, what are the laws that should be implemented, and how to make people obey those laws. See, the leadership community thinks it's not a big job at all. If the political will of every country decides, whether it is the dictator leadership in the Arab countries or it's the democratic leadership across the part of the world, if the world leaders decide and if the business leaders decide, how powerful it is. I'm a leadership coach, I am connected to the leadership community, and everyone is connected to me. I do workshops with the top players of various multinational companies on emotional intelligence, and I know for sure they just love me. Why they love me? Because I am not that activist who is talking against you. See, businessman is driven out of the sense of power, authority, and the profit that he makes, and the political will is determined by what is that particular issue which when they solve, or when they which they project it to be as a cause and concern, and when they solve it, it's going to give them that kind of a mileage in politics. It's a politics is all about, at the moment it's all about solving an issue, right? So keep this as your, you decide, hey, listen, now there are a lot of vehicles on the road, and it's polluting the cities like anything, big time. Little children, see, you people have children. I always, when I meet leadership people come in, I always tell them, hey, listen, you also have children, okay, and they can't be on the road today. The vehicles are going, it's polluting them, it's just weakening their lungs. It's just not about a poor man's child or a middle class man's child or a middle class woman's child or a middle class grandchildren. You also have grandchildren. So the rich and the powerful also have grandchildren, they have a family. So it's very important to create the right kind of natural ecosystem retrieved. We need to retrieve the ecosystem in a very powerful way. We need to have a model, and this has to be pro. You cannot pull the business people. One of the biggest problem with activists is you're trying to fight money power. See, today unfortunately we have got into this world where it's all about economy. If There is a war ever between ecology and economy. Economy is going to win, and you are a result of it. Why aren't you going and staying in your village? Why are you in the cities? Simple reasons. A lot of you can compromise on the money that you're making and go to your village now, but you will not go. Why? The answer is there: economy. My child's education is here. Why your child will not learn in schools? You people who have got educated in the villages, aren't you doing good? So the answer is straight away we have got into this mode. It's very, 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 very difficult to reverse it, and I don't think it will be ever possible to reverse this economic mode of functioning. Everything has become economics. Today, if the person does not get a salary, he is most likely to develop big levels of stress, rather than realizing that when he is going and walking on the roads, he is breathing poison and poisoning his lungs. Health is going down. It's not going to cause stress to a lot of people, because they'll take some tablets and go through that journey. But if their money value has gone down, it's going to really create a very, very big impact on their mind. Money is playing such a very powerful role. So therefore, let's not have this war with the economists. I say you the powerful people should come together and look at ways in which profit can be assigned with value system for everybody. You cannot simply wipe out the petrol cars and the diesel cars away. What about the people who have invested that money in the petrol and diesel industry? So please understand, what is it that you can do to replace this? What is that value system you can create? What is that structure that you can create, where you can have certain laws, where people from certain companies can come forward and create a certain kind of a system? Or how can it be a more democratic way of engaging? How can we use solar power to use these existing diesel and petrol cars? What is that mechanical adjustments you got to do? What is that kind of automobile engineering that has to get into place to make a diesel and petrol car transform into a solar car? So this kind of an engineering, this kind of a research can very easily happen, and I don't know whether it has already happened or not, and you people are not let it into the mass market. Oh, there are a lot of rumors about Tesla. I'm the last person to believe in these kinds of rumors, because what will I do by believing in these rumors also? The end of the day, the world is driven by the market forces, the people who are in positions of power and authority, and it's just 1% of the world's population. And if you people decide, you can make the planet into such a fantastic place. And just thinking of that possibility is what gives me so much of respect towards these 1% of the people. A lot of people don't like these people. They say you people are responsible for creating disparity. There is a lot of income inequality. These people who talk about income inequality, they themselves have so much of income inequality with their neighbors. They themselves are more richer than their people. Suppose you're from Norway and you're talking about income inequality. The last person in Norway and you, if your bank balance is one and the same, then okay, you can talk about it. But you are more richer than somebody, okay, and someone else is more richer than you. And these billionaires, multi-billionaires, tomorrow they're going to be people who are going to own trillions of rupees in their bank account, or it will be completely transformed into blockchain technology. Already there is blockchain which is implemented, and we are going to head towards another form of currency. We don't know what the business forces want, okay? So the world simply learns to adapt itself to what is being presented to them. How many of you have gone and asked Steve Jobs to create Apple iPhone? You haven't. How many of you have asked for any engineering advancements? How many of you have asked for anything which is there? You want a little bit more better of it, and when it comes, you take it. That's all. When the speed was very, very low, you used to still use the internet. Now when the speed is high, you still use the internet. Now when the speed is low, now you no longer are able to use it. So it's just that we want to become a better version of the existing activities that we are experiencing. So my suggestion is very, very simple to the world. Instead of talking in Facebook and other things, channel your energies in a positive way, where you can encourage the business leaders in a very powerful way, where they are also growing and you are not a threat to them. Okay, please don't, be threat to economic forces. It's not useful for you, it's not useful for them also. This is simply a kind of a what do I say? You should never be against powerful systems. You should be pro power, and the power will deliver its best to you. Today, whatever facilities on law and order that you're experiencing are essentially being experienced because of the powerful people. They have implemented the laws, and that's where we are all getting benefit out of that. So, we need to really create more useful suggestions in a more democratic way, where we are able to put forward our thoughts, our experiences, so that the humanity becomes a much, much uh, wonderful place. Me, in my own capacity, in my own ways where I can reach, I'm definitely sharing my message to people. You are watching this video till now. What you must really, really understand is that it's not good to be an activist in today's world. It's not necessary. We don't need activism. We need a joyful communication. We need presence. We need intelligent communications. And we need a world which is more joyful, more vibrant, more powerful, more energetic, where we are able to experience true joy and harmony with the nature. And we are not in any way separate from the nature. Have a great day, stay blessed, and in your own capacity, think in wonderful ways in which the world can become a wonderful place, and suggest it. If you're capable enough, implement it, or make these suggestions at the right places where certain decisions can be taken, where we can absolutely live in a world which is free from pollution. Have a great day, everybody.